Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to my latest video. And since there are 52 weeks in a year and at the time of recording, the year 2023 has recently started, I've thought I'd do 52 weeks of Action 52 for this time for the Sega Genesis. As you know, I've previously reviewed all except one of the games from the NES Action 52 cartridge. The only one I couldn't do was Jigsaw, simply because that one didn't work for when I tried it. But as you know from that Action 52 is a collection of 52 of the most awful piles of horse droppings ever committed to code, ranging from games that are just plain broken or just crash for no apparent reason, to games that are just not particularly original and not in the least bit enthralling. I mean, Active Enterprise are involved in this one, but Farsight Technologies are developers this time around. And I have to admit, there's part of me that's wondering why I'm even bothering to do this, but I thought it'd just be a bit of entertainment value as well, since quite a few people seem to enjoy the pain I was going through with the NES equivalent. So we'll start with, being the first video of 52, I'm going to start with the first game on the system, Bonkers. And interestingly, it's called Go Bonkers on this title screen. And notice that we've actually got a title screen at all, with this jaunty little tune in the background. So what we've got here is essentially a bat and ball game, but with no bat, and where you actually directly control the ball. And as you can see, the ball is the colour of the blocks that you can actually take out. And you can, using the paintbrush icons in the corners there, you can actually change the colour of the ball in order to take out the non-green ones. The only problem is, yeah, so you can't, and you can't touch the black cross because it kills you. So let's do, see now I've turned my board blue, I can take out the blue blocks. Now change to magenta so we can take out these ones. Now we're going to change to red. And now you can finally take out these ones. Yeah. The only problem is that this came out in 1993, and the likes of Arkanoid and Batty, with them not only having actual bats, but also having power-ups to help speed things up a little, means that this is already looking outdated. And controlling the ball directly just feels really weird. God, this is only a second level and I'm bored already. Oh dear, this is so tedious. And I'm dreading that other vertical bit. And we've got a yellow brush, even though there are not actually any yellow pieces. Right, now I've got Unless it is the case of I have to change to the yellow to check and then get the key. Ah, I see. Now I can take out that yellow padlock. Now, yeah, I see. Oh, and you still have to be careful. You still have to be careful not to touch the crosses. I think I'm going to go the other side. No, I can't, otherwise I'm going to... Oh, come on. I mean, I could go that left-hand side, but the problem is that... get in there. Oh, God. It's still very easy to touch the black crosses. Oh, get in there. Finally. God, that's a kerfuffle and a half. Wrong way. Oh, God, the black cross. Oh, that's a bit poor. How am I meant to do that? Yeah. Not really particularly interesting. Oh, God. These vertical bits are so tedious. I mean, if this had been something like Arkanoid or Batty, you could have potentially got a power-up that gave you extra balls or allowed you to shoot like the ship in Space Invaders or something. But for a game that came out several years after the likes of Batty and Arkanoid, this just seems very pedestrian by comparison. I mean, admittedly, the bouncy balls probably wouldn't work here because of the deadly black crosses, but... And that King Tutankhamun background reminds me so much of the paint package deluxe paint that was quite often the staple of the Commodore Amiga computer, and early Amigas often came with some form of deluxe paint. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't the picture that was cribbed from that. It's still a nice picture, though, admittedly. Although, admittedly, a deluxe paint also came out for the Atari ST, because there was also a version that was literally called Deluxe Paint ST. But that's getting a little bit off topic here. We did talk about the Sega Genesis version of Action 52. And I am deliberately saying Genesis because, to the best of my knowledge, this was never officially released outside of North America, where the Mega Drive was actually renamed to Genesis. And quite frankly, I couldn't be more glad that to the best of my knowledge, it was never officially released here in the UK, because I don't think it would have gone down too well, especially with the kind of marketing that was. I'll get in there. No, I can't get. No, I'm staying above because I don't want to risk hitting those blocks. Because this way through is my only way. I've got to change to a red. Can you see just how tedious this is? Oh, doesn't really matter what colour it changes to. Hey, managed to do it without dying that time. This level, however, could be a bit of a problem. Oh, God.
Level 3.
See, how are you meant to do that without dying?
Level 3.
So you can't.
Level 3.
Oh, God.
Level 3.
Nah, that'll do me. So that's Bonkers, or Go Bonkers, depending on whether you go by the name on the menu screen or the title screen. Not particularly as with a lot of the games on this compilation, and not particularly astounding opening to this run. What I'm hoping will be 52 videos as I go through each one of these. Basically a bat and ball game without the bat, with very primitive graphics, especially for 1993 on a 16-bit computer. It looks like something that belongs on an 8-bit NES or something like that. Sound effects aren't too bad, and the controls are responsive, but it takes too long to do levels, and the level design, particularly on that third level, is just plain unfair. So I don't know whether I'm going to give an actual score for each game individually. I'll probably just do one at the very end once I reach the 50-second final one. But if I were to score this by itself, I would give it 1 out of 10 because there's just not enough to it to help it stand out against the multitude of other similar games that have been around for many years previously. You could play a decent 8-bit game and it would be more engaging than this, and I've even seen 8-bit games that look better than this, even on the Spectrum with its colour attribute limitations. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that first video of 52 for Action 52 on the Sega Genesis. Hope to catch you on the next one. Texie88 out.